Here is how you change the air filter on a 2015 320i. This should be very similar for a lot of other different BMWs with the N20 engine, either the 320 or the 328 should be the exact same. But this one for reference is a 2015 320i.
So when doing the air filter on this car, the only tools you should need is your new air filter and a flathead screwdriver.
So the first thing you want to do in order to do this job is to pop the hood. Come around to your driver's side, you're going to have your hood release hatch here. You will see it has it 2 times. So on the newer BMW, you just have to pull once, clicks it, pull twice, and it does the final latch. There's no longer a latch underneath the hood here. Just have to pull twice from the inside. So here's our N20 engine bay, and our air filter is going to be below here. So yeah, a little pro tip for you guys, always get yourself some rubber gloves that are disposable quickly so that you can save clean hands, because for some reason when you're working on cars, the grease gets in your fingerprints, and no matter what you do, it never comes out. So yeah, little pro tip, plastic gloves. Okay, so changing the air filter isn't too difficult over here. A couple things you want to know. You can have 2 tabs at the front, 2 tabs at the back, and then a rubber grommet tab right here that just pulls up. Same thing with this rubber grommet and this rubber grommet. And then you're gonna have your air intake connecting right here with a sensor. So you're gonna need to unscrew this bolt here. Don't have to worry about the sensor, but definitely the screw. So first thing we're gonna do is do that screw. It doesn't take much, you just loosen it a couple turns, and then this will just slide off when you go to lift it up. Take your screwdriver as well, pop there, pop there, pop there, pop there. Now when you lift up over here, you're gonna pull up on the rubber grommet, pop it up, and then you'll notice that the air box kind of drops down. So we're gonna pull up on this one as well. And the time you're done that, boom, you have all the space you need to change the filter, because as you can see over here, it disconnected from your intake. I didn't even remove this one over here, and you just pull up and pull it out of the way. You do have your hood opening cable here, as well as the sensor, but there's enough play in them. You can move them out of the way and change the filter. So now I have my replacement air filter. So right here is the part number for it if you need to track it down. I'll also put in the link in the description below. I'm gonna open that up and change them out. So when pulling out your old filter, I'm just gonna pull around the back here and pull it out. As you can see, it's pretty dusty. Like, yeah, it could have kept going, but since this is a new car, it's one of the things I wanna make sure. I wanna have a fresh, clean air filter on it. Trash. And then we'll pull out the fresh filter. Pull out the brand new one. As you can see, a much cleaner filter to go in. And then I'm just going to pull up here, drop it in like so. Nice and simple. And then when you're pushing it down, just make sure you line up this tube right there so you can kind of push it in. And then push the rubber grommet, boom, push down here. And then this should just kind of nicely slide up in place like that. So then make sure you're going to tighten them up. Now, one thing you'll notice is that the air box is still kind of dropped down a bit. So one thing I do is I bring my hand up, I pull it up with my finger, then with my other finger, I push the flap back in. Same thing over here, boom. And then on this side, it's pretty much pulled up, but a little bit snug it in place. And then boom. So then there you have your air filter all changed, tightened up in there. Make sure both sides are tight. Make sure your tab is still in place there. Then the only thing left to do, grab your screwdriver and tighten up your air intake boot. Tighten that clamp back up. Make sure it's tight. And then perfect. And that's how you change the air filter on the N20 engine.
That's how you change the air filter on 2015 320i or the N20 engine. If you want to see other tips on everything like that, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Check out my other videos if you want to know anything else about BMWs. If you have any curious questions about this, just drop it down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this and it was helpful, make sure you like this video, as it does help my channel grow. And I'll see you guys next time.